Rock On Beer viewers, you may know if you've been following my crazy drunken ramblings that last weekend I was at the Copenhagen Beer Celebration, or CBC for short, which is a really big beer festival. I think it's it's probably not the biggest beer festival, but it's definitely the most hyped beer festival in Europe. Brings together some of the best breweries in the world, and they all bring really cool beers, either they're beers that they're really well known for that you can't usually get here, or stuff that they make special for the festival. It's always a really good time. It's split up into four sessions of 4 hours apiece, and this year I got a pink ticket, which is all access, so I did all four sessions. So you may have noticed by the end of those videos, live streams that I did, was getting a little tipsy. But you know what? I thought that I would do a video to kind of wrap things up, and I thought that the best way to do that was to actually use a correspondent. So we'll be periodically checking in with our correspondent in the past, past Alex. You'll be able to recognize him because he's got long hair, a really much bigger beard, and he's always sweaty. So yeah, let's take a look at the fabled Copenhagen Beer Celebration line. All right, take it away, past Alex.
Mine looks like, if you have pink tickets, that is. This is what Casper looks like when he's really, really excited about beer.
Whoa, yeah. So I think that was the line for the last session. It was, yeah, everybody was in a good mood. You could tell that Casper was really enjoying himself. You know what? So now I'm going to move into kind of like some highlights of the festival. I'm going to start off with the best beer. And it actually wasn't even a beer, it was a mead. And I actually thought that Bee Nectar's gin barrel-aged Necro Mango Con cider was the best. I mispronounced it in the live video. It is Necro Mango Con, their mango black pepper mead. And yeah, let's check in with past Alex with a short review. But I've got barrel-aged Necronomicon from Bee Nectar Meadery. So this is mead aged in gin barrels. It's so good. It might be the best thing I've had yet today. It's just really nice clove and a juniper taste. It's dangerous at 8%. It's amazing. I could not agree more, past Alex. That is, it really came out of nowhere, that mead. Just nice, spicy, piney, with that kind of gin character, that piney juniper character with a little bit of oak, and then just that really fruity, nice mead. It was just fantastic, and it's really inspired me to, well, basically I want to make one. And I've already started buying the stuff for that, but that's a different video. Alright, so I guess that brings us then to the worst beer of the festival, which it's actually kind of funny. Both the best and the worst thing that I had at the festival both came from my home state of Michigan. And the worst beer of CBC is Bell's Mango Habanero Oberon. So yeah, let's ask Past Alex what he thought of Mango Habanero Oberon. Yeah, it was. It really was that bad. It was. You know, it was really sad too because Bell's is pretty much the closest thing that I have to a hometown brewery, and you know, I like Oberon. I like. I used to like it when I lived in Michigan. There was the whole back when it was a little. They only brewed it like once a year, and it was kind of a thing to get it. But I always liked having some pints of it, buying some bottles, and I was kind of excited to try a variant of it. Even though I really hate chili beer, I was still pretty excited to try it. But it was just, it smelled like cream corn, and it tasted like boiled vegetables, and then it burned. So it was just. I mean, a swing and a miss is being too nice. I'm sorry, Bells, but that one was not good. Not good at all. It was gross. All right. Now that I'm done slagging one of my favorite breweries in the world, I'm going to move on to one of the things that I really like about the going to Copenhagen beer celebration. I get to see a lot of people that I don't get to see very often. Even though Denmark is kind of a small country, we still... a lot of the people that I know from the beer community are pretty spread out, and we don't get to see each other that often. And it's like, I really look forward to the festival because I know that I'm gonna see all of my, all my friends from the beer world, and we're just gonna have a great time, just talk about beer and just be. It's really nice to see everybody, as you can see from this clip.
Thank you. You're very drunk too.
Wow, you're plugging out. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, there's a review with the Master of Hoppets coming up later this week. He was nice to me. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna move on to the coolest moment, no pun intended, with the coolest thing that I had at CBC was the beer slushy, or the beer icy, or whatever you want to call it. It was from Omnipollo, and it was their Simcoe Smoothie IPA. And what they did is, take a look at the video. You can see it better. Yeah, so welcome back to the future. That was just really neat. Poured the beer out, topped it with a head made of ice. It's gimmicky. It's a pretty big gimmick, but it was super fun, and I was impressed with how much the foam actually still smelled like Simcoe. So that was just a really cool, like, showstopper moment that they were doing that. And I mean, that's kind of what these festivals are about, is just kooky stuff like that, trying like really crazy concoctions, out there stuff, and they kind of really went a little bit farther with it. So anyway, I don't want this to be crazy long, but my final thoughts on the festival. First off, I gotta say, would I ever do pink tickets again? I'm not sure, and this is why.
It's nice to have pink tickets because you get in earlier, but it's not nice to have pink tickets because you're already too drunk from the last session to enjoy it.
This is what happens eventually when you have pink tickets at CBC. You end up outside just...
not getting a flush. relatively drunk from several days worth of drinking. Still got 2 beers, they're just kind of off to the side. Is it raining?
It's sprinkling.
It's sprinkling.
Yeah, having pink tickets is really intense. It's you really do get fatigued from it. By the end of the 4th session, I was just like, I mean, I didn't even want to drink beer anymore. I had to, because I paid a lot of money for the tickets, and the beers were nice, but you kind of lose out on something after you have your, and I'm not kidding you, I tried well over 120 beers, probably more closer to 150, but I went through Untappd and I actually tried to remember all that I drank, and I got up to about 120 before I started to lose track. But it was really cool. It was something I'm glad that I tried. I really just wanted to do it once to see, because I'd heard a lot of people talk about pink tickets, and it was good to try. Next year and the coming years, I'm just gonna choose one day and buy tickets to 2 of the sessions, because I think that is one day. Like on the first day, I really enjoyed the first day because I didn't get that insanely drunk. I wasn't, well, I was hungover from the day before, but you know what I'm saying is that I hadn't already been drinking for almost 3 days by the end of Saturday's session. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I would probably never do pink again, but you know, I really like the festival itself. I think that it's very cool. It's very much that kind of, if you go into it wanting to hate on it, like, oh, the hipsters, blah blah blah, you're not gonna enjoy yourself. You have to just take it for what I really liked about it is that I got to try a really crazy beer. I got to try beer from the best breweries in the world and really see why their beers are like that. And what I came out is more that instead of a lot of the beers that are categorized like Hill Farmstead as the best in the world it's because they're balanced. Like I heard people actually complaining, like after they drank Hill Farmstead, well, it's not that good. I really expected it to like blow my mind. The beers were immaculate. They were completely they were very well balanced. The saisons had they had a lot of depth of flavor. It wasn't just a one-note saison. It had a lot of, and the hoppy beers were just very clean hops, nice malt, super balanced. And that was like, yeah, that's brewing to an art form. It's not like, yeah, they weren't packed with 10,000 pounds of hops and blew the top of your head off and, you know, had 75 different kinds of fruits in them. But I took that as a lesson on less is more. Some of the other things that were cool is a lot of people did a lot of experiments. I heard a lot of people complain that basically everybody did a flavored Berliner Weiss or Gose, which is kind of a legitimate, that there's always kind of a theme every year, and it's always usually what's trendy and what's in. But you know, those beers are really cool to try, especially if you're a home brewer like me, because I got to try a lot of beers in a lot of crazy combinations that I've actually thought of making myself, and then I tried them and they either really worked or sometimes they didn't work at all, and I'm like, well, I can scratch that off my list of things to make, because yeah. And then, or oh, that better move to the top because that was amazing, and I would really like to try making that myself. So I'm really happy to have gone. It is a bit overpriced. It is really intense. There are a lot of snobs there, but I went to it. I had a good time. I hung out with some awesome people. I wanted to say thanks to, I don't know how many of them actually watch this, but Peter, Master of Hop, it's always good to see you. Thanks for letting me record some videos with you and hanging out. And I spent most of my time with Anas and Bo from here in Odense, and thanks you guys for hanging out with me. It was I had a really great time. Casper, he's the man with the tickets, man. I got my ticket off him, so you know, thanks Casper, and thank your wife for not being able to go, so I got her ticket. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Jeez, I can't think of everybody. Thanks all you guys from Aalborg, Mass, and just everybody. Yeah, thanks for making CBC cool. And to all the breweries. This is my favorite brewery from Ale Farm. They are only in Denmark, but if you're in Scandinavia, check them out. I really like them, and it's not just because I bought a membership in their brewery, but anyway, you know what? This is really moving on, so this is really getting long. I liked CBC. I'm glad that people responded really nice to the videos. Thanks for that. And I'll see you next year. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I am going to go next year. I'm going to make that promise now. Cheers, guys. Beer.
We're a barrel. So right now I'm the guy that's talking, so no one can see me.
Yeah, no one can see you. No one cares. Yeah. Ooh, best beers in the world.
From 1 to 5, I'm 6. 6 drunk.
Smell his beard. Smell his beard.
A normal human's beard should smell it. I don't even know where I am anymore.